Hi. So this is my first time ever doing anything kind of live like this. Um, which I'm on my husband's account, but we kind of share everything together. Um, so I'm coming live because I'm a little stressed out. And this helps. So just making sure I have everything correct on here. So landlord abuse. Like I said, this is the first time I've ever done any kind of YouTube live. I do have my own YouTube channel, which I'm in the process. And I apologize for the way I look. I look like death ran over twice, but I've been crying all day and just been like frustrated and not knowing what to do. And, you know, all that fun stuff that comes with life and being an adult. So I'm just your average person out on the street. There's nothing special about me. First off, I do want to apologize if you catch me doing this quite often. I do have my two bottom teeth missing. It was due to a medical condition that I had many years back. And I'm really insecure about it. It is going to be I am going to fix it. So it's just taking a lot of time to do. And like I said, I do apologize for the awful way that I look. It's been a tough day. I can't even put these on because there's a glare. But apologize for the noise. I am outside of my house. And I have got some like wonky frog or whatever's out there. But I wanted to come on live because I wanted to address something that I'm sure I'm not the only one that's going through it. So since COVID-19 had hit, a lot of us tenants haven't been able to pay rent, and for logical reasons. Unfortunately, not unfortunately, let me rephrase that. I was able to pay my rent through COVID. Wanted to make sure, but there are so many people out there that are legitimately struggling in life and can't pay their rent like they should. And, that's terrible. And my heart goes out to everybody. But COVID-19 and this whole rental crap has just ruined my life. And it's really, 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 really stressful. So we have been at our current property for 3 years. So I'm just kind of telling you guys my story. And honestly, I'm probably just talking in thin air because I am nobody special. I am like nobody at all. I'm just your average housewife. Well, just your average girl. But it's like what happened to me today couldn't be more like irritating, and it may help someone that's going through, I don't know, maybe I'll help someone to reach out to someone that's going through what I'm going through. I don't know. And this may be nothing. Nobody's going to care about me. Nobody is going to give two shits about me. A girl off TikTok that does drugs all the time gets more views and likes than I do, but that's here nor say. But anyways, we have been at this current property for 3 years. And hey, hon, Trev, can you give me a drink? And when we first moved in here, everything was great. I have 2 kids and a husband. My husband is disabled. Thank you. I appreciate it. Love you. He has necrotizing pancreatitis, cutaneous T-cell lymphoma, cancer. Double pulmonary embolism, deep vein thrombosis, and then in December of 2020, December 28th, he was rushed to the hospital with a blood sugar level of over 1,000. So his pancreas completely officially stopped working, and he is a type 1 diabetic on top of all that. So our relationship with the landlord was great. And we moved in here December of 2018. And in November of 2019, he just got weird. I don't know. Just really, really weird. The communication stopped, and I mean, he lived next door. I mean, he lived across the street. I mean, but when COVID hit, things really took a change for the worse for us. He fixed like the water heater in our house, but he's never fixed anything. Our plumbing, our toilet wouldn't flush. And we live in a pretty decent, nice house. I mean, believe it or not, it's a very nice house. But our toilet wouldn't flush. There was something wrong with it. It wasn't the flusher or anything in the bowl, or in the whatever you call it. But he wouldn't fix it. He said it was our responsibility. So come to find out, what should have been probably not much costed us $900. We have an AC unit. That's the original AC unit in the house. I mean, I could take you around like my dad and show you, but I don't think you could see it. So in the summertime, my AC will run non-stop, and our light bill gets up to like $230 a month, if not more. And he refuses to fix that. So we have been dealing with that for 3 years. All while he was opening his restaurant, and he had like a couple of other properties that he managed. So I'm just, like I said, I'm just an Indiana girl. I live in Indianapolis, Indiana. I'm a tenant. And for the state of Indiana, we have a rental program. And because my husband is disabled and on disability, we did qualify for that. And I am forever grateful for that. Too many tenants stay silent when their landlords abuse them, in fear that they are going to take them to court and evict them, and they're going to have eviction on their record. And it is time that people start taking a stand. I understand these landlords that own a home. I mean, I get it. They have there's a lot of them out there. I have seen on TikTok and on YouTube these landlords that have no choice to evict these people because they have went several, I mean, the whole pandemic, the whole year of not paying nothing. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say there aren't some people out there that have taken advantage of landlords and not paid their rent, because you can't. I mean, it's easy to do. But that wasn't the case for us. We have paid our rent every damn month through the pandemic and everything, through all the repairs. And you would think that a landlord would appreciate that. You would think that he would understand that. I am older than my landlord, if that tells you anything. Like, I'll be 38 in August. So, God, I don't even know where to begin because I feel like I'm mumbling on. So anyways, I have been here for 3 years. And my landlord, we were thinking about, my husband and I were planning on moving or wanting to move to Florida. I should have rephrased that. Wanting to move to Florida. So because my landlord in February said that he was thinking about selling the properties, that he would give us, enough notice for it. Which was fine with me. But I had told him in March that we were going to Jacksonville and we were looking for a property. And if we find something, we were going to put down on it. And if we do that, we would be out the month. Well, he wasn't happy about that. And, he's like, well, I decided I wasn't going to sell the property and I was just going to keep it in the one across the street. So I felt bad. I felt like, he told me, since you have a family and everything, I don't want to just like put you out on the street, blah, 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 blah. So I felt bad, and my husband and I did not put any money down on a property. Fast forward to today, my landlord wanted to talk to me and wanted to talk about a schedule. So, of course, I was honestly thinking that he wanted to talk about, what our plan is after the rental assistant. So, mind you say, let me go back a little bit. I told you guys that with my husband being on disability and everything, that we did qualify for the rental assistance program, which paid us up till August with a $250 credit, and I'd have to repay the remaining in August. And he got the check today, or over the weekend or something like that. I think that was it. So he comes over and wants to talk about schedule. So, I was assuming he was talking about what our plans were, starting in August, until he dropped the bombshell on us that, I sold the property, or in the process of selling the property. So he did not inform us that that was his intention. So I thought, okay, well, he's selling the property. My landlord told me he would give me several months in advance so we could find a new place. I have until July 16th to be out. 1 month. And then he threatened me. I could take his offer, or we can have it out in court and I won't see a dime. I am very grateful that he offered to go ahead and give me my deposit now, plus a little sum. There's the kicker. And some. Mind you say, he got $28.50, a check for $28.50. I was behind a little bit, not that much. It covered what I was behind, which was like, I think it was $800, but that was the course over several months because due to some insurance issues and with my husband's insulin, I couldn't pay like $900. I had to pay like $800, or $750. It was never anything extravagant, but he was aware of it and he worked with us. So the 800 was to get caught up. That left $2,050. The check was to pay for June's rent, July's rent, and part of August. Not much of August, but part. So he said he would give me my deposit back and some, but he wants us out by July 16th. So when I called him back and said, that's fine, I talked to my husband, we'll figure it out. I said, what is your offer that you were going to give me? I'm going to give you $1,150. Now, I know a lot of you are going to sit there and say that that's a generous offer from a landlord because he does not have to do that. And you're right. He doesn't have to do that. But if he wanted us out, then that rental assistance could have went on paying for us in a new place, which would be first month's rent and deposit. We are only going to be, okay, I don't know how to explain this. So my deposit's $900. The little extra the extra he was going to give us was $250. So he was going to take out of that $2,800, out of the $2,000 that's left over, he was going to take the whole month of July, but yet we're only going to be in July for 2 weeks. Which is wrong. Which is very, very wrong. He should prorate it, and we should get $450. If we're not going to be there the full month of July, what gives him the right to take this money that the state gave him to keep us, to have our rent caught up? This is what I'm talking about. It's rental abuse. He knows that this is not, we don't have any other option but to take whatever he offers us. But on top of that, there's so many landlords out there, so many of them that are taking advantage of these companies and these state benefits and still evicting tenants. Just the other day, and the courts are agreeing to it because the housing market is high. So landlords found a loophole. They can sell their properties and get the tenants out that way and still get the benefits. This is what's happening all over the world. And it just happened to me. And I never, ever thought in a million years it would happen to me. Like, I did not think it would happen to me. Like, but I can't, I'm no better than anybody else. I'm no different than anybody else. But what is being done is wrong. It's not fair. It's just not fair. So not only do I got to be out by 1 month from today, 1 month from today, he's only going to give me an extra $250 to be out. And he's going to take the whole month of July's rent. And we're only going to be there 2 weeks. So he is stealing from the state of Indiana because it was a federal funded program, state funded program. He is stealing and kicking us out because he told me if I did not do this, then I won't see a dime. It's not fair. Why is it that the world around us can do this? And we just, I'm an average person. I'm not special. I'm not TikTok famous. I'm not YouTube famous. I'm not nothing other than your girl next door. I have 2 kids, 15 and 11, and a disabled husband. And my landlord is abusing his rights or his power or whatever, however you want to say that. I don't see how legally he can do what he can do and get by with it. But the thing is, nobody's bringing awareness to this. Nobody's talking about it. And honestly, I didn't think I would be either. I'm not saying his offer isn't generous because, like I said, not most landlords wouldn't even do that. But he knows that we're great tenants. And he knows that we didn't do anything to deserve this. But he wants to abuse his power and threaten us in a way that we have no choice but to take it. And he won't even give us time to get out. When the housing market is the way it is, there's no rentals available. None. Trust me, I've looked. And our credit's not that great. With everything being done, I had to go on PUA, which is the pandemic unemployment, because when my husband got sick in December, a lot of it was due partially to the COVID that he had that almost cost him his life. That's getting ready to end because our governor is a selfish son of a bitch and don't care about anybody but himself. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, he doesn't care. Most of the states in and around the 25 states that are ending the emergency, I don't know what's all over my hand there, the emergency pandemic or COVID thing through the unemployment, are giving incentives to everyone, whether it be 600 or 1,000 or 2,000. I think California was given 2,000 to people, incentives to go back to work, or this is, since we're ending this is what we're giving you. It's kind of like your state stimulus. But my Governor Holcomb, said absolutely not. Because why he sits in his little kingdom and has all this money under his belt, he's putting people like us that genuinely need it, and all these other people out here, just taking away the only lifeline that we have. And, I have a doctor's note stating that I physically can't work for the fact that I am my husband's 24-hour caregiver. Being a caregiver is hard work as it is. Now, do I plan to go back to work? Absolutely. Right now, I have to take care of my husband and make sure that he's okay, because that is my life right there. That's 13 years of marriage. And then now with that ending, now I have a landlord bullying me to get out because he sold the property and didn't inform me and wants to give me this. And in order for me to get out, he only wants to give me $11.50, which is great, and I'm grateful for it, but that is not fair that he should have a whole month of July. It should be prorated, and we should get the additional $450 because the state had paid him on our behalf. Why should he get to walk away with all this and we be completely out on our asses? Why? This world has become so freaking corrupt. The government has become corrupt. And I'm so sick of it. I see so many people suffering. I see so many people being evicted for no reason because, like I said, these landlords have found loopholes around everything. They can't evict them because they have no grounds to fix or evict. So what do? They sell the property because the housing market's so high. So what's a judge going to do? Say, oh, no, you can't do that. No, he's going to sit there and say it's his house, his rules. It's not fair. I thought about contacting my local news station and getting word out, but like I said, I'm just an average girl. Nobody's gonna listen to me. I'm not important enough to be listened to, which is fine with me because I don't care. I mean, I do, but I don't. But I just feel like if I can reach someone, even if this is just somebody who can sit and just listen and understand that they're not alone in this situation, then okay. It makes me feel like I did a good thing, because we got to stick together in this world. I know a lot of people don't believe in what I'm about to say, which is fine. It's my own personal beliefs. But, at the end of the day, I am a religious person. I do believe in God and whatnot. And I do believe that it doesn't matter what skin color you are. It doesn't matter, what race you are. It doesn't matter. Of course, my freaking laptop's getting ready to die, and I know I'm outside, but oh well. I can go live another time. I don't care what color you are, what race you are, where you're from, what your gender preference is. I don't care. If I cut myself right now, if I cut my hand, red blood comes out, just like everyone else in this world. We all bleed the same. We all are united at some point in our lives. So, in regards to people like me, people who aren't famous, people who don't matter in this world to the next, people who are just average like I am, you have to stick together and not allow people to just walk all over us. I'm so tired of everybody walking all over me, all over my family,